What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while since we've done an Epic 7 video, so today we're going to do one. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to finish my build, and I probably won't because I got to work the next 2 days. We're going to go ahead and just show it to you now, and then you can fill in the gaps with your own gear and whatnot. But it is going to be Ida. I'm pretty sure that's how we're pronouncing it. And I don't have like the most optimal gear on her, but it's enough to showcase you the idea. We will try to fight somebody and see how that goes with it. But you can get the CP a whole lot higher with better gear. I just threw this on for like speed purposes. Your attack, you're going to want her more or less upper 2000s, you know? So try to get into 2000 and then, you know, however much you can get there. You're going to want speed if you're going standalone for sure. You can do less speed if you do the other things that I'm going to show you here in a minute. Critical hit chance is only at 90%, but you'll notice when you awaken her, I gotta get some more of those from the event, you'll get an extra 8% there. So just that alone, she's gonna be at 98%, and if she's with a unit who gives like crit to everybody, she'll be well over, you know, 100%. Critical hit damage, you know, that could be higher, that might help out, but that's not a big deal. She's more of a support unit, period, as far as that goes, but you could get some damage off of her. Effectiveness is the big key here. You'll notice I have 124%. You can actually get that up much higher. Plus, the artifact itself is going to give her more. I don't know if I'm going to run that on her, to be honest, because after I purchased it from the powder shop, after not rolling and getting any, I realized, oh man, I could put some other artifacts on her that would work really well for other team comps, but I might have to do a redo video sometime. But anyway, so speed and hit set is a very good set to go with if you can get your critical hit chance, you know, through the substats. If not, you might try, if you get a lot of effectiveness, you might try running a speed and crit set depending on what you need there. So, you know, just look through your pieces and that's how you're going to manage that. My gear rolls suck, so I do the best I can in these videos, so that's why I haven't done very many lately. Anyway, let's look at her skills. So, unhealable, you know, I got that up to 3 for now, as far as, you know, just for the effect chance. Number 2, or cold snap, excuse me, is at 2, should be 3. I haven't done that yet, need to, because that combat readiness and all that. And that's where the critical hit will decrease the combat readiness by an additional 10%, so there's where critical hits also come in handy. And then you'll look at her last skill, absolute 0 with the stun. I have that at 4 for that effect chance, so it needs to be at least 4 to get the max out of it. 85% chance stuns all, you know, enemies for 1 turn. Increases combat readiness of all allies by 5% according to the number of critical hits made. So there's where critical hits come in again. So it should just proc with the first hit on each unit. So you're going to get a max of like 20% there, if I'm not mistaken, for your combat readiness. If you're doing a guild war, obviously there's only 3 enemies, so if crit all of them, then there you go, you'll have 15%. So, without further ado, let's go see if we can actually kind of showcase her, and I'll show you what I mean here, and then we'll get into that. Look, real quick, let's just do a daily summon. I've got one I need to get done before I forget. Oh, look at that. What do we get? Alright. Did he even get a SC? I don't know if he did. Anyway, I can't really rate him or tell you anything about him because, you know, I don't use him. I probably should. Anyway, let's try Arena. If not, we'll go into Guild War. Maybe showcase him. So, this might be a good team. We'll try them. Okay. First off, you'll see that I've got her in here. And I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Okay. So, top model Luluka, top model Luluka, I almost called her Superstar, is in my team. She's got quite a bit of speed, and you know that her S2 combat readiness, all that kind of stuff, so that's what's going to push, you know, hopefully them past the other opponents, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it works in action, and then I'll tell you some other people you can pair her up with. RTA is going to be interesting.
Are you ready?
Okay, so she already made it past them, which is great, but even though, let's pretend, I guess, she didn't. So, you know, you're going to use Victory Pose. Not only get my shield for Luluka, but that's going to push. So if anybody were faster than her, she might have pushed past them, which is going to help with the stun. Obviously, she's immune, but we're going to take out Zerato, hopefully first. Maybe. My gear sucks. He's probably tanky. Oh, yeah, he's tanky. Dang. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm probably going to get stunned back. We're going to go ahead and hit this as if, you know, that didn't matter. Remember, I don't have the best builds going, guys, so don't judge me too harshly. Oh, did they take out his... weird. Okay, so we got 2 stuns off. Pretty good, right? So 2 units I don't have to worry about. We can't stun her, but we're going to probably waste it anyway. So even if we didn't get the stuns off, Ambitious Tywin, boom, he's going back in. He would have stunned possibly anybody who wasn't stunned. So that's why, you know, running 2 stunners like that can be really cool. But it doesn't really work out here. We'll just take her out, maybe. Oh yeah, she's toast. And as you can see, we controlled the field. And then we'll just go ahead and do this. She's probably gonna... Wow. Wow, look at them go today. Making my video look a little better than it should, probably. Okay, so attacks all enemies, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, the two skill turn. Reduce turn.
I'm sorry.
But we're not going to burn. We're just going to go ahead and do it because we barely got anybody left to kill. Okay, then my boy here, going to do some damage. There's nobody left, really, so... He does some damage. We'll provoke, maybe. Done. And so, just in this simple team that I threw together the other day, you can see how, like, say these units were better on the other side or whatnot, but this is really controlling the field of combat, you know, and her support right there really helped out. Going first obviously helped out too, but that's the idea, is you want your combat readiness pusher, whoever it be, to be faster than, say, you know, Ida. And if you don't want to use a team comp like that, then let me show you some stuff real quick. You can use an RTA, whatever, but let me just do this real quick so we can be done. I don't want to waste too much time. You know, you guys want to get in here and get out. I understand. So, just, you know, remember Ida's in the team, okay? So, Ambitious Tywin was a good one. We used Luluka. That was awesome. Dizzy would be another good one. Just for Gamma Ray, because you'd be able to increase the debuff durations by 1. And then decrease the combat readiness. And also her third skill comes into play. You know how that works, okay? Let's look at another potential. Would be Oxlots, someone you could use to push if she wasn't a standalone. And remember, running her as a standalone with enough speed is going to open the window for you to use all kinds of other units and team comps, okay? Let's look real quick. Remember, we're using her in the team. Okay, man, I really got to work on a lot of units. Also, keep in mind, if she was a standalone, that's great. But at the same time, if a lot of people start running immunity again, you're going to need a stripper. As great as that sounds, we all need a stripper in our lives. But dispelling all the buffs and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to have to think about being able to push somebody up before her or having her faster. And as you can see, she would be key for that as a 106 speed base. So then you'd have to build people a little less than her, so she goes first to strip the enemy, and then boom, there you go in with your stun, okay? Remember, effectiveness is the key to her build and speed and crit. There's one more real quick. I know she's in here. There she is. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. You could pair Landy up in there too, because she has that whole, you know, increased speed, and then the combat readiness increase, blah, blah, blah. And then don't forget our girl Lilius. Depending on how you have that, you could throw her in your team for cycling. Cycling isn't something that's really been talked about, and I've thought about it for a while, but I don't have the gear to showcase how it would work. But Lilius would be a little less than some of your other units, and when your other units go, they increase your combat readiness or reduce the combat readiness of the opponent. And what happens is that certain units you have will go before these other units, but if their units were very close to going after, say, Lilius, and weren't stunned and this and that and whatever, she would push them back by decreasing the combat readiness, which would enable all your other units to end up coming up before them. And so you would cycle everybody else to have another turn before those other units have a turn, which is what I call cycling. Anyways, I hope this video was somewhat informative to you on Ida and team comps and how to build her. Like I said, look out in RTA. It's going to be interesting. I don't play it a lot because my gear sucks. I'm trying to get better rolls, but all I can do is pray to RNGesus on that. Anyway, remember that in your team comps and an RTA, if you throw Ida in your team, you throw Landy in there, and then you throw like other combat readiness pushers, people might start quitting out, or it's going to be tough because they might want to take her out, but if your Landy is fast enough, you're still going to probably have the advantage. So think about that in the future and how you play and blah, 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 and all that cool stuff. Anyways, sorry it's been so long since I did a video. I've been playing a lot of Genshin, working on my builds. I've been playing my Exos Heroes. I've been playing this when I can, you know. It's really all I got for you today. Hopefully you guys got lucky when you pulled her. I'd tell you that, well, I'll just tell you anyway, you might be angry, but I got her on my first pull. But I went crazy. And as you can see, I did a bunch of summons trying to get her artifact, which I just buy from the powder shop. And let me tell you, there are other artifacts that you can run with her. I thought of it yesterday, but I can't really think of it off the top of my head. If I come back to that, just ask me a question in the comments or something, and I'll get back to you, and I'll cycle through my artifacts and tell you which ones I thought would be really cool. Anyway, have a great day.